Hello y'all, this is Silenx and this is episode 5 of Let's Learn How to Build Static Websites. I keep getting confused in the name like each and every episode. And yeah, this is still the same night which I made episode 4 in. So yeah, I'm still tired, but anyway, that won't matter because today we're gonna learn, now we're gonna learn about some more HTML tags. Now you can see I haven't even touched the file since the last time. Anyway, I'm gonna open the CSS file like I did in the last episode, and I'm gonna do this magic trick as well. And if you don't know how I did that, then you might have not watched my previous video, which you probably should. Go back and watch my episode 4 so that you can get some context. Now I'm not really sure why there are two files open. Don't save it. Anyway, so yeah, in today's video we're gonna learn about more HTML tags, and I have already taught you about CSS so that I can show you some more stuff. Now remember, whatever CSS I will use here, I will probably not tell you about it, like most probably not. I'll use a lot of CSS which I'll not tell you about because this is not CSS. We're just learning about HTML, and there will be like a period of time where I will be just teaching about CSS properties. So anyway, I just use this. I'm just gonna use the CSS in order to show you the HTML itself. First, we need to learn the basic HTML thingy. So there are some important HTML tags which you need to know before you get into website development. The first one, I'm just gonna remove a div and keep one div. And if you watch my videos, you should know what a div is. Div means division, and it is also considered as a box. Now I'm gonna open this HTML page as a actual page in my browser. Good. Now I have this here. Now I can do a lot of experiments. Now I have increased the size of my page. I guess I'm gonna reset this. Now it's like absolutely not visible, but this won't be a problem anymore. Okay, now in websites there are some important things, like if you want to give a heading, and if you don't know how to give like comments in HTML, all you have to do is like write something. This is something you don't want to be in your page, and then you press Control plus forward slash. Yeah, this is forward. This is the thing I'm talking about. I don't know what to call it, but I'm just calling it forward slash, I guess. So this is what you have to type, and then VS Code automatically comments and uncomments this thing. Okay, so you can write comments like this. So now if you want to write a heading, if I want to write maybe I'm making a website about pizza delivery, I want to write a heading called best pizzas. Now I want to give this heading. Now in this div, this text is quite small, okay? And we can give like this text a bigger size using CSS, but we're not going to do that. We're going to do that using HTML. And for that, we are going to use a tag which is called h1. h1 tag is basically, and not only h1, but there are a lot of h tags. You can see h1, h2, h3, h4, h5, h6, and I think h6 is the last tag you can use. Now what h does, h stands for heading I mean. So h1 means heading number 1, and remember, heading number 1 will be always bigger than heading number 2. This is a rule in HTML. So as you go down in the h family, the h6 is the smallest heading and h1 is the biggest heading. Now I'm going to type here best pizzas. Yeah, best pizzas. And now you can see the heading is obviously bigger than all of the surrounding text. The surrounding text seems small, but the heading seems like really big. Now I'm also going to use other h tags, like I'm going to use h2, which is going to do best pizzas. Okay. And then I'm going to copy this. Copy and then paste. I don't know how many times I did that, but anyway, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's my luck, I guess. Okay, so now as you can see what I told you, the h1 is the biggest one. The h2 is smaller than h1 but bigger than h3. I'm just gonna type 1, 2, 3 here so that you don't get confused which is which tag. Yeah, people do get confused in that. I got confused in that when I was learning HTML. So you can see heading number 1 is the biggest and heading number 6 is the smallest. So this is how h tag works, like heading tag works. Okay, so the next tag I'm gonna get to is p tag. Now in websites you have headings like, right, okay, I have my headings, I have my heading called best pizzas, but I also want to give information like we sell the best pizzas. Now this information is cool and all, but I don't want this information to be as big as the heading, and I don't even want it to be stuff like this. Yeah, I don't want to use heading tag at all. So what am I gonna do then? First I'm gonna save it so that it goes away, and now what I will do is I will comment this thing, but inside of the p tag I'm gonna type we sell really good pizzas. Okay, I wrote that, and now you can see we sell really good pizzas is now visible. Now you might be asking yourself, like, or maybe me, I cannot really hear you. You might be asking, why should we use the p tag? Why in the world should we do that when we can just type stuff like this? I can just type we sell really good pizzas like this, and still this would do the same thing. But let me get you straight. The thing is, when you want to imagine this is your first info, this is your first info box, okay? And in the next info box you might want to give your number. You might want to give your number, like I'll just write any random number here. You might want to give your number. Now you might want this text to be in yellow color and this number to be in a different color. If we wouldn't have used p tags like this, all of this text would have been plain HTML, which means we cannot really differentiate them. And we use p tags in order to differentiate different kind of paragraphs. Okay, so that is why p tags are used, and that is why we will also use paragraph tags. Okay, so paragraph tags are also done. Now our website has two things. It has a heading tag, and it has a paragraph saying we sell the best pizzas. Now you sell the best pizzas, okay, it's fine. You're the best pizza seller. We can beat Domino's in like 2 to 5 seconds, I guess. Shark Tank. Anyway, so after that, you might. I'm just gonna remove the div. It's quite annoying to me. Now imagine you want to give a random link. You want to create a link to google.com. All right. You want to create a link to my website, not google.com. We will create a link to my website. We will create a link here, which we will press, and it will take you to my website. Now, how do we do that? We do that using anchor tag. This a thingy is called anchor tag. Now, yeah, I was confused too. Why this thing is called anchor, I had no idea, but this thing is called anchor. Just get through it. Yeah. Now you cannot, even if I save this file, you cannot see the anchor tag here because we haven't actually, this is anchor tag is also opening and then closing, you might see. And between this, we will type link to my website, and then it will appear. Now you can see I can actually click on it, but nothing will happen. The page will automatically reload because by default, the link, so look, this link, the link to my website, is the text which would appear, okay? But what about the link which this text would take you to? By default, this link is 0, like this link is empty. And this is where you put the link. Href is equals to string, and then you pass in a link. Okay, string means like these double quotes. These double quotes is called string. Anything you put in between of these double quotes is a string, okay? So href is equals to double quotes, and in between that we can type a website. Like I can type http and then silenx vercel.app, and this way I'll just take css here, and then I'll show you this. So this way I can write the link in the href or attribute, and then I can write link to my website here and then see how it appears. It appears like this. Now if I hover over it, you can see on the bottom of the screen, like here somewhere, look, keep your eyes here. If I hover over this, over there you can see my website's like link. That is a function your browser has inbuilt. Now if I click on this link, it will take me to my website. Now I can go back. But okay, you maybe want your pizza site to have my link, but you don't want the user to leave, like, you don't want the user to go to their to my website. You want them to stay at your website as well, you know. So what I want to do is now open this link into a new tab. Like I want to open a new tab and automatically put this link inside of that. Okay, that is what I want to do. So how do we do that? We can do that easily by using something called target attribute in HTML. Now, target attribute is absolutely new thing. War in Ukraine. Anyway, we're gonna ignore that. Now, there's another attribute in HTML called target. Oh, but not this. Target. Target is also equals to double quotes. And I forgot to tell you, anything you pass inside of a tag is called an attribute. Like this A has an attribute called href, which is absolutely the link you want to take it, you want the person to go to. And the target means what the target is. Now I'm gonna type underscore blank, and you'll just have to remember this thing. This thing is something you cannot understand. It's something you'll have to remember in mind. When you type something like target is equals to underscore blank, it makes the link open in a new tab like this. And now we have done the thing. Now you can make your pizza delivery website, but also have my link if you want. If you'd be so nice, you can have my link to my website, which will open in an entirely new tab. People will check out this website, they will be like, oh my gosh, and they will come back to yours. And that is how you use the anchor tag. Now in today's episode, let's get a little bit of recap, okay? Let's get a recap about like all the episodes we have done before. Like we have learned about div tags, we have learned about h1 tags, we have learned about p tags, which are paragraph tags, we have learned about a tags. What is left? I'm just trying to recognize. We have also learned about image tag. Also, I don't really have an image to like take right now. Wait for a second, we can't take an image. Okay, what I will do is I will go to my website, and this is an image, right? If I do I can take this image if I'm not wrong. How do I take this image? Open image in new tab. Okay, now this will give me a link to this image. Now I will take this link, I will copy this link, and okay, I haven't taught you about image tag, so I'm going to do that real quick. Now in image tag there are two automatically produced attributes. There's one src and there's one alt. If I like do img, Visual Studio Code automatically puts the code for me. So what these two actually mean? The source means where that image will come from. Now that image can also come from your own folder. We will do that in some next episodes when I will have an image to show. You can actually have an image from your own computer, but now I'm gonna pass in that link, and now this image tag will show that link. Now it did show me that link, the same image that I wanted to see. Easy peasy. But what if the image tag couldn't actually show an image? Like here, I passed in a link, okay? If I didn't pass in a link, so what will happen? Like empty image will spawn, okay? So it's like not very good, okay? Imagine your user wants to see an image and he comes on your website and he sees nothing, and then he goes like, that what the hell is going on, dude? I cannot see an image which I wanted to see, so I'm not gonna come to this website. And that's all I want to say, okay? I'm just ranting my own stuff here. Anyway, in that case, in order to show the user that there was no image, or due to some error the image wasn't found, we give inside of alt. The alt basically means if this image cannot be loaded for any reason, show anything which is inside of this alt. So we're gonna type error here, and as soon as I do that, you can see error being typed here. I mean typed, not shown here. I mean, you can also type like image wasn't uploaded, and then this will appear instead of the image. Now if I do give the link, if I do give it a link, like if I give a link inside of this src folder as I did before, like I'm just gonna, okay, like if I give this link and if I still put something inside of fold like error, and if that link works, the error won't show, but if that link doesn't work, only then the error will show. So okay, let's have a quick recap of what we did in this episode and what we actually learned in HTML till now. And that is all for HTML. I think that is all you need to know about HTML. There are a lot of different tags like table tag and stuff like that, but those are the things, according to me, you don't need to know. I have made a lot of websites and I have quite the experience of making websites, and I have never used those tags. I mean, I have not used those tags a lot, but whenever we'll need them, I'll tell you what those tags mean. But for now, all you need to know about is div tag, then heading tags, then paragraph tags, then anchor tags, and image tags. These are the basic tags, and using these you can create a simple website. And in next episode we're gonna get into CSS. I'm gonna tell you about some more CSS properties. We're finally gonna get into CSS, the fun part, and we're gonna do some fun. We're gonna do CSS, and in like next 6 to 7 episodes it's gonna be just CSS and CSS. And after that, when we are successful in CSS, we will make a simple web page, which will also encourage you to do something. Yeah. Anyway, it's like we can create a simple website right now. You know, we can create a div. I'm not gonna use CSS right now. We're just gonna create a simple web page. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a div, which means a division, a simple box. Inside of it, I'm gonna type h1 vercel pizzas. Okay, and then I'm gonna give a info. I'm gonna say we sell the best pizzas in the world, and then I'm gonna give another p tag, and I'm gonna say here is my number, and I'm gonna type any random number. Don't try to type this number in your dial. This won't work, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna give it an image tag. Just leave it. Just leave that. And I'm gonna give it a anchor tag, and I'm gonna type my own website in it. You can write any website. You don't have to write my website. It's fine. I'm not gonna force you. All I would, no, please don't do that. Just write your own website. Yeah, write your own whatever link you want, because that's fun. Doing your own thing is fun rather than copying others. That's what I've learned. Oh my gosh, I'm talking like a grandpa. Anyway, inside of it, I'm gonna type here is my friends. Fun fact, I don't really remember spellings a lot, so there's a really not fun fact, but there's a really hilarious fact about me that in order to remember the friend spelling, I rely on a song called Friend by Marshmello. So you remember that like Anne-Marie and Marshmello gave a song named Friends. Yeah, that is how I remember Friend spelling. So right now what I was doing was like singing that song inside of my head. I was just going like Friends, and that is how I remember the spelling, Friends. Friends website. And now we have created a simple web page. We sell pizzas, we sell the best pizzas. Here's my number, and here's my friend's website, which will open in the same page, which I don't really want. I forgot to add the target blank. I'm gonna do target is equals to underscore blank, which will open this website in another tab. Yeah, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna open my friend's website. Oh my gosh, this is a really cool website. I mean, you can make a very better website than this. Okay, you can make a really good website. You can make something even better than this, and I promise that you. Anyway, this is our first simple website. I know this isn't a lot. This isn't a website someone would want to come to, And of course, we will fix that in some upcoming videos. There are a lot of different tags like input tag. I'm going to give you a glimpse in input tags and stuff like that. All of these tags, but you don't need to know about them right yet. We are going to know about them as soon as we know that we need them, okay? And yeah, that is all for this episode. In the next episode, I'm gonna get straight to CSS. I'm gonna teach you about something about borders. I'm gonna teach you about colors and stuff like that. Anyway, that was all for this episode. This was episode 5. The next episode is gonna be episode 6. And if you're wondering why I always tell this like in the end of my episode, like this is episode 6 and 5, so that while editing, I can have an easier way to edit them all according to like numbers. Yeah, that is why I do that. Anyway, that was all for this video. I'll meet you guys in the next episode. Till then, take care of yourself and family. Silenx signing off.